27. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I do. Yeah, 4.
You have 4 kids. How old are your 4 kids, Katina?
She just turned 7. 4, 2, and 1.
By how many men?
By 3.
3 men. Okay. Why are you not with the baby daddy of the 1-year-old?
Okay, the last 2 are by the same man. He is currently incarcerated. To summarize it, that is Satan himself, honey.
So why you have 2 kids by Satan?
Just say this, I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. It was a very lustful experience. I was young. I learned my lesson. You live life, you know, you make your mistakes along the way. I didn't believe in a so at that point I had my children.
But have you heard of birth control?
I just am not one that believes in birth control.
What? Now, why are you not with the 4-year-old dad?
He's deceased. He got killed.
Okay, and the 7-year-old dad, do y'all co-parent well?
Some people just aren't fit to be parents or whatever, but I was 19. I learned my lesson.
Okay.
I met somebody that was suitable. I was engaged to my first child's father. I was engaged to my second child's father. We parted ways. Working back on the relationship, he ended up getting killed. And yeah, I ended up dealing with my last children's father.
And when did he go to jail?
Girl, September, but we ain't been together for 2.5 years, so.
Well, the baby's 1.
Yeah, we split when I was pregnant. He busted my face open, so yeah, he was abusive.
Damn! I mean, and the biggest thing that I noticed about Kendra G is people just come on here and just start capping. Just telling lies upon lies. This lady gonna sit here with a straight face and say that she got a 1-year-old, but she left the baby's daddy 2.5 years ago. Now, that math is just not mathing. So either she had this baby in a quantum realm and time and space is acting a little differently than we're used to it, or she is totally and completely full of it. Now, I'm going to go for option number 2. Survey says, nah.
You got to select a better selection of men.
I think I'm ready now, Kendra. I've been off the market for 2.5 years. I've been healing, working on myself.
Let me translate this for all of y'all. She is running out of money. With the bills overdue, the recession incoming, mounting financial pressures. What she's really saying is she's moving herself into position to net herself a man that will take care of all of her kids. Just like this one here.
How long did you know this woman before she got pregnant?
It was like 2.5 weeks.
Oh, it feels so good! Oh my God!
Got him! Look, fellas, I'm not blaming you for laying up with the single moms. Stack them deep, sell them cheap. They're the concubines. That's perfectly fine. Don't get into any type of permanent attachment.
I'm looking for a man that's clean, good hygiene, respectful to women, educated. I really don't care about a past because everybody has a past. As long as you learn from it, you're walking in your truth. I love a man that will help cook, clean, step in at home, wants marriage, 1 or 2 more kids, because I'm not done. I want 6 kids.
And then there's moments when the show pisses me off.
Then, you know, nobody is perfect.
This lady is out of her mind. And I just want her to really take a minute. I just want you to take a minute and think about the guy who comes into this situation. You got a crazy baby daddy in jail. You got another baby daddy that you can't co-parent with. And you got another baby daddy who's passed. This is the personification of baggage right here.
Somebody that's willing to grow, make progress, holds themselves accountable, communicates, can lead and provide. Someone who possesses the ability of affection, affirmation, acts of service.
And on the surface, she has this list, and it really just doesn't sound crazy what she's asking for. You know, she wants a guy with good hygiene. That makes sense. How about this? A person who learns from his mistakes and willing to teach. Okay. Helping around the house. With all them kids, not gonna have a choice. But this is where it gets a little sticky. She wants 2 more kids. She up here trying to get a whole starting 5 with a 6-man. Half of a football squad. She over here trying to fill up the whole family reunion with just her brood. Now, how many hours is this man gonna have to work to take care of these children? How many hours and how much money is he gonna have to put up to send these children to college. And of course, she hits you with the doozy at the end, just another little uppercut to really rub in the salt. Oh, you're going to have to spend that time with her and give her the words of affirmation. That's right. She's going to have to feel that love language so she really knows that you're there for her because she's ready for that relationship. With 6 kids. With 6 kids, 4 of them ain't his. He going to be on the lookout for the crazy baby daddy getting out of jail and the other baby daddy that she can't co-parent with. Ma'am, I had to say it. You're a hot mess.
But what would you say to the guy that might be concerned that you have 4 kids and, 3 of the 4 are under the age of 5?
I was young, and we all live life. We make mistakes along the way. As long as you're willing to grow, you learn from your mistakes. I think it doesn't really matter. I don't hold no judgment to nobody else, and it's not nobody's place to judge me because...
So what she's saying is that her mistakes is going to be costing you an arm and a leg, 18 years into the future, and over at least $200,000 per kid. That's not yours. Wait till you hear what you gotta say about her deal breakers.
Deal breakers is somebody that's controlling, abusive, a liar, a manipulator, a narcissist, and somebody that doesn't walk in their truth.
Do he gotta look a certain way?
Girl, call me a black man.
And of course, every time somebody hits their deal breakers, it's just a list of past traumas from other men that they've had. Just a list of past traumas. Oh, he can't be a liar. Oh, he can't be a manipulator. Oh, I've dealt with so many narcissists. Oh, that abuse, even though I had his kid anyway. It's one of these situations where you're telling a man who you're really looking for someone who has a lot of money because you got 4 kids and you want 2 more. So you're looking for a high-powered individual who makes a lot of money. You're not looking to get on the struggle bus here, man. You're not on Kendra saying, hey, let's struggle together. You're on Kendra saying, hey, there's a dude out there with a lot of money, and I want him to come and take care of me and these children. And what is he going to get? He's going to get you and that ton of baggage that you just named off. And every time he says, hey, we can't spend money on this. Oh, you're being financially abusive. Every time he says, hey, this is wrong. Oh, no. And is he going to be able to really discipline your children? Is he going to be able to really lay down the law in his house? Is he going to really be the head of the household? Or is he going to have some teenage kids in a couple of years telling them, you ain't my daddy, shut up? Ma'am, I hate to say this, but only thing you're selling is a bad deal.
What's your ethnicity?
I'm mixed. My mom is white. My dad is Puerto Rican, Dominican, black. So,
but you want a black man?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, you gotta watch out for the mixed people. I should know because I'm one of them. This lady on Kendra G's show, once she can't get the man that she desires, considering she already got the alpha seed, she's going to set her scopes, her sights, on the beta need just like this dude here.
Females can take a look at you and tell whether or not you're the kind of guy who alphas up on females and has options. And if she sees you're not, she just wanted to find out what you had going for you, and she found out you were in the military. Is she white?
No, she's half black, half white.
Okay. She knew you were in the military before she got pregnant by you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In other words, she knew, I'll be damned, he got benefits.
Right.
Unlike the first 2. So I know he got his benefits. First order of business, let's get pregnant by him. So at least we got a kid who's bringing in some revenue. Guaranteed.
She got pregnant.
Man, it's a dirty, cold, gold-digging game. When a man are lacking experience with the ladies, especially today's modern woman's playbook, their mating strategies, and their tactics, using their sexuality and leveraging their kids to emotionally manipulate the men. She had no problem using her body and her goods, her commodity, to extract the resources from hapless dudes like this. But now she's holding out hope, wanting to withhold that sex for the next guy that comes into the picture, to slowly lure that guy into her Venus flypit trap so she can secure the bag.
Sex isn't a big thing for me. I have 4 kids, but that's because I'm working with some good stuff. But
Come here. Come on. Get in the bed. Baby, there's such good stuff here.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
So you want to hold the good stuff in? Now.
yes, ma'am, this is too good to just be given out.
Well, you gave it out 4 times, honey.
Yeah, but again, I was engaged twice too, so
there are going to be some men that's going to say, wait a minute now, why the hell I got to wait for the cookie and I got to be all this great stuff?
My kids' dads had to wait for it.
While they were waiting, were you not doing a better assessment of them? Because it seems like you should have never gave your kids' dads the cookie.
And I wasn't looking for a relationship. It was a sexual agreement. I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. And I ended up getting pregnant with my son, which is my third child. And then, we got the hard part out the way. We ended up having another one.
So basically, you said marriage, correct?
Absolutely.
So you want a man to come in and be a stepdad to the children you created with the sexual relationship?
Yeah, he finna be in prison, honey.
Shout out to the DEA, delusional, entitled, ambivalent women.
And that's what I'm saying. She's gonna hold out as long as she can, give it to her needs, or use it as a weapon against an unsuspecting man and ensnare that man into having another kid with her. Get more money, possibly the child support, not only in addition to their kids, but also her kids that wasn't fathered by him.
All fellas out here playing reckless. These girls ain't playing the same game y'all are playing.
So I don't have a lot of experience. I don't have a lot of sexual experience, right? So
I know. And I'm saying that's what I mean by she saw that coming from a mile away.
Right.
If you're socially awkward, you don't seem like you talk to females very much, she most likely approached you and made it very, very easy. And that's what they do to reel you in. Right. And next thing you know, welcome to 18 years of servitude. I want you to understand you got with a chick who's a sexual predator. And laying up with dudes and throwing out kids, this costs her nothing. Once she got pregnant by the first dude, that's it. She belonged to the game, and it's all downhill from here. So now she's getting over on every guy she can. And all of y'all have signed up to be meal tickets, and she's just cashing it in and whatnot, and she doesn't care as long as the ride keeps going. She's already cashed out.
So you really got to ask yourself, fellas out there, and the ladies listening, is it really worth it for a man to take on that many kids? That whole step-parent, step-child thing is on a case-by-case basis. Yeah, I know there are various situations that it may work out, but the costs, benefits, the trade-offs is working against the man and in the favor of the woman.
Now, what about money? Should you make a certain amount of money?
Just somebody that's not struggling to meet the basic needs and just be somewhat generous. I'm not saying that they have to do everything because I pay for dates too. Let's kick our feet up and watch a movie. I treat my man kind. I rub feet and everything, so.
But the cautionary tale here, fellas, even though this woman right here is also dressed down, you can tell a little bit of makeup on her, get her hair done, dress up. She's got the $1 million worth of God-given goods to lustfully lure, tempt, and ensnare a man with the hustle wallet between her legs.
When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I believe it was November last year, so I'm trying this new thing to not have sex this year. If I meet somebody that possesses the qualities that I'm looking for and it's going good, then I'd be willing to break that agreement to myself. But if I don't find somebody that's worth it, then I plan to keep my cookies in my jar.
There's a perfect example of this on TBA's broadcast with two attractive single mothers overvaluing what they actually can really bring to the table. And you'll listen to them as they'll using the modern woman logic and entitlements. This is what this generation of ladies believe their box and time is worth.
My role in a man's life is not to sit up here and physically do too much for him.
Say what?
Yeah, cook him some food. Yeah, make sure he's sexually pleased. Clean the house, However, what my job is to be there as a comfort for my man. My job is to uplift my man and speak life into my man. My job is to make sure that he is of a sound mind, that he's ready to go out there and conquer the world the next day. That's my role, and I haven't had any complaints.
That is a lot for a fella to do for sexual access. He's doing the most.
Absolutely not. This is to be earned. This is not a right. You don't just get it.
Right. They got prostitutes.
Hello?
The odds are working against the man. Getting to a relationship with a single mother with one kid is a big cost to a man's mental peace, time, and resources and money. But once the kids start counting up 2 to 3 to 4 kids, it is a catastrophe waiting to happen when it all goes wrong.
Like when I take my daughter off to go do stuff with my family, and the other kids don't get to experience it, she can't stand that.
So we got 2 other kids who aren't entitled to anything, but your mama tell them, don't worry, I laid up with him so y'all get the benefits too?
I guess it's just all marital duty, you know?
But you don't have a marital duty to those children. What are you talking about, man?
Right.
You got a marital duty to 1.
The other kids are supposed to watch your child flourish.
Remember Big's boy, Bob's big boy.
And learn to hate their mama and daddy. You are not supposed to buy other kids things when you go see your child. Now, I will let my child come outside and get it at the car. I like that walk in the house with all that shit. I ain't got to see the other kid's face. I know what's going to happen. I prefer to walk in the house and give my child all this stuff while the other kids watch. This is how the other kids be looking.
Oh, that's not fair. Yeah, oh.
I love that look on other kids' face. Because I want his brothers and sisters to realize that they daddy, not me. I want them to distinguish. Daddy Corey do this. My daddy don't do nothing but try.
But don't you think they'd still get the same idea about their dad if you bought all of them food? Because they'd be like, well, our dad never gets me food.
No.
That's not nice.
No, don't do it. What's going to happen is them kids are going to smile with you and learn how to be phony with you because they getting something. One day you show up with like what's the little paddle batting ball game or something,
Wiffle
and you
ball.
pass that out to the other little kids. Just be like, here. They appreciate you because they'll be like, oh, you gave me something fine, thank you. They know they ain't got it like that all the time, but when they finally get something, they'll be like, oh, he finally did something. But if they know you ain't got nothing for them,
That's crazy.
they're not going to necessarily like you, but they're going to understand how life really works.
Right.
Don't bring kids that are not your kids nothing.
If you keep this up, you're going to create a legal situation where she can dump them other 2 kids on you. You're taking the resources that's supposed to be going to your daughter, splitting them with other kids. And if you wind up getting pulled into court and she says, well, he been paying for him all this time, and you get ringed into that, then you're going to be upset. Because why did you 2 split up in the first place?
But she doesn't respect me at all, right? She did.
No kidding. I'm shocked.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a major liability and going against the man, giving him a gut punch, indigestion, heartburn, and then a heart attack. So let's get a small sample of what single mothers really think about a man who's invested his time and his money and his resources into raising kids that's not his.
What's the value of when you take care of another man's kids? Man, I've been in a situation like that before where you can be the father, take care of them for 10, 11 years. You and the mom don't work out. It was a situation where I had coached her like from 5 years old, man, up into college. She was on the team with Brittany Griner, man, went to see the president, gave all the accolades like to her aunties and everybody. Never said one thing about me, man. So
you put in work for a decade. Now,
Poor thing.
Now, did you see what you did right there? That's the reason right there. Fellas, just remember that face right there because that's the face that they make after you've done all that. They got you in the door. Oh, don't worry. Don't you know the kids will appreciate that as soon as you're gone? Oh, well, big baby. Just remember that. No sympathy, no empathy, no nothing. Now, this is the real thing coming out.
The word step is the perfect word for what you are. Spray a step down with a hose and you will see who you are. Stepfather is a sucker. Let me tell you something.
Dad doesn't mean the same thing to the woman popping out the kids that it means to the man paying for it. Dad simply means this the fella designated to pay your bills. And if a man has sex with a female long enough, he starts seeing her as a wife. And if he hangs around her children long enough, he starts seeing himself as a father.
Every once in a while, you have a successful stepfather story.
Every
once in a while. When the leave, the kids leave. Even when they grown, they still don't with you no more because they don't need you. See, father is the word that trick people.
Yeah.
You a step simp. That's what they should call it, a step simp.
That's all I got for you polite savages. Like and subscribe, hit us up on all social media networks, and as always, ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? We're out.
We found true happiness